More buffalo right here by the road. Hey! Well, that's a big one there. He's bigger than his buddies. This one right here, that's a big sucker. He's gotta be 5 foot tall at the shoulders. That's a big boy. But none of these guys are small. That's a good way to start the morning. Headed over to, it's the morning of days. Geez, it's Friday, Sunday, Monday. Morning of day 6, I guess. Headed over to Sharon's garden again. My original plan this morning was to go hike the hills south of Little Baldy, but because there was a particular peak I wanted to get to. But then it occurs to me, well, so what? I mean, it's like that one morning I went over and I hiked up there because I wanted to get to that one peak and I made it. Well, that's not exploring anything. That's just getting to a point. Get to the point, and you can say, well, you got to the point, but you didn't discover anything. You didn't explore anything. There's lots of exploring to do over at Sharon's garden. So I decided I'm not going to, at least not on this trip. I'll do that maybe some other time. But the time I have left, I want to do some more exploring over at Sharon's garden. It's such a big place, and there's so much in there to find and to discover. That's what I'm doing instead of hiking over there. So that's where I'm headed right now. I don't care how many times I come in here, I never get tired of this view here of Elk Mountain. I love driving in here to Elk Mountain. It's my favorite place in here. Well, I wish I could have caught it on video. I was hiking along the trail here. Still just hiking this, this trail that goes in, the approach trail. Got to this point right here and I look up and there's 2 damn buffalo sitting here chowing down. And they see me and they take off. One went that way and one went right through the brush right there. I don't know why they didn't go down the trail, but one went left. One went right. Who knows where they are now? Man, those suckers can run when they want to. I don't see them now. Same thing again. They had gone up a ways and rejoined the trail, and I come along and I scared them again. They took off again. Now they're over here. I'm going to see. I'm just going to move real slowly. They are very shy creatures mostly. They're not looking for trouble. They're just looking to be left alone. Yeah, there they are. Unfortunately, they're right on. I don't want to bother them, but they're right on my path. That's where I need to go. So I also don't want to piss them off. I'm going to try to circle around here. Well, man, those things are huge when you get up close. Yeah, they're heading away, but they're heading back up the trail I need to go. Good, yeah, go to the left. Yeah, go that way. Good. So they're going up into the rocks there. Good. So I didn't really want to harass them, but I do need to get by. So it gave me a scare when I saw them the first time. I wasn't expecting them to be right there on the trail. I mean, I've seen their footprints, and I know they're down there, but still, I wasn't paying any attention. Going along around the corner, and there the damn things are, just right there in front of me. Fortunately, they were facing the other direction, so their tendency was to run in the other direction. I'd hate for it to round a bend and have them be looking right at me and get scared and charge me or something. So, there they are. I'm going to leave them alone now, but I'll tell you, you wouldn't want to have one of those things get scared and charge you, because, man, he would kill you. Those things are huge. am 0.95 miles in, and I'm gotten to where I came out yesterday, and I didn't realize where I came out back onto the main trail. It's right here. All I did is follow the GPS track from yesterday to this point. So from this point, normally I go that way. Normally. The 2 times I've been out here before this, I've gone that way. But today, I'm going this way. That's west, and this is basically south, more or less. So that's where I'm headed. Well, that's where I'm headed. Just straight back through as far as south there as I can get. And once I get way back in there, it'd be nice if I could find some canyon that would circle over to the west and make it a nice loop. But I don't know, we'll see. That's where this thing started recording and then it stopped. I'm 1.2 miles in, and I'm to the point where yesterday, that's where I came hiking out of, and then went, that's the way back to the, parking area. So now, I haven't been to the south here through this canyon yet, so this is where I'm headed. And this beats the hell out of hiking in those hills to the south. I mean, it might not be bad, but you're not discovering anything. This is a place I haven't been before. I don't know what I'm going to find back in there, and that's why you go. I've hiked back in here far enough to figure out where this thing is taking me. It's a good thing. If you come out here, if your phone can do it, I imagine most can, on Google Maps, cache this whole area to your phone so that you can still get the maps and the satellite out here. Now, to get the satellite, you have to start with it. Google Maps won't let you go to satellite mode if you don't have a data signal. So start in satellite mode. Just put your map in satellite mode before you even come out here. The problem is, if you take it off satellite mode, you can't get it back until you get a data signal. Well, so just leave it on satellite mode is what I do. So I can see that this is just taking me back to that trail that goes to Treasure Lake. It's the two are gonna, there's 2 converging trails here, and I'm on one that's gonna converge, and it's gonna go back to Treasure Lake, and that's not really where I want to go on this trip. So, I don't know how well you can see the cliffs over there, the rocks. I'm not far from where I came out yesterday. So instead of just going back into that, I'm wanting to get into some canyons up there. So I'm headed up into the rocks up there. I'm to a point I'm following my route from yesterday in the opposite direction. I came from down there, and I'm hiking through this tree-filled cut that goes up into the rocks. And once you get up in there, is where you get to that place I was yesterday. It's just amazing. I'm going to try to find a way south from there, but you just got to climb up through this. It's easy to get up through as far as, there's kind of a trail leading up through here, but it's easy to miss. This is what I would not have hiking in the hills to the south as I originally planned. This is what you find when you hike up through that draw. The draw is a little bit difficult to get up, but it's well worth it. What I'd really like to do is just see if I can't find my way to find a trail that keeps going south, and then start working my way west. That's the notion. We'll see how it works. I was really hoping there'd be a good way to get there to the south. Going down through the bottom here, it just comes down to this scrubby patch of trees and brush, and it's just really hard to get through. I could climb up into the rocks there. It looks like there's a way I could climb up into the rocks and then go over and try my way down into there. But I'm not going to, because if I was here with other people, if there was a group of 3 or 4 of us, I would say absolutely. But I'm by myself. I've got no signal. Nobody knows exactly where I am, other than I'm in the park. I'm not even back where I was intending to hike today. So no, there's not a soul in the world that knows within 10 miles where I am. There's no signal here. And I don't, so sometimes you gotta let common sense outweigh your adventurous nature. So what I'm going to do instead is hike that canyon to the west, the one I came out of yesterday, and go that way and see if I can find a further route north or south and west from there before I make my way out. But by myself, I've got to weigh the risks, and that's just too risky. Look at this giant 5 or 6, 7-story monster I showed you. Today I'm going to try to go that way and work my way down to the flats, if possible. So that's where I'm headed. That's more just going north. I don't know what it's going to take me. I'm going to see if I can't go a different route. This is the side view of this thing. Man, this is massive. See, that's straight ahead, and this thing, but it's a climber's rock because there's some anchors in the rock up there. I don't know if you can see right there in the middle of the screen. There's 2 anchors hammered into the rock, so climbers come here and use this. I'm certainly not a climber, I'm a hiker. So God, it's got some great views over here. I don't know, I'll see if I can find a way down. Well, I found a trail leading down off the rocks here towards the west. I was up on top of the rocks up there, but there's a trail winding down here into the floor. So, and that's west. I'm going to try to, hopefully I can get out of here pretty easily without having to double back. Well, again, I'm in one of those places where I've been in here 2.5 hours, and right now I'm just at the 3-mile mark after 2.5 hours. It's what it's like in this place. I mean, it's gorgeous, but I'm at a place again where if I was with, a group of 3 or 4 guys, I'd probably say keep going. I don't know if I can make my way down through that scrub. I could possibly climb over. If I could find a way down here, and I don't really see anything without a big jump down, that I don't know if I could get back up if I had to. Even if I could, I could climb over that wall, because I know the trail that Randy and I took is somewhere on the other side of that wall, but I don't know what's on the other side of the wall. So I'm going to go ahead and just, so there's those crab's eyes from the back end, and that's that big huge thing that I was standing beside. I want to go ahead and climb back up in there and take that trail back down. The one I took up, was it just yesterday? Damn. I want to climb up there again where I was, because I was just at the base of that thing on the right side. And just go ahead and take the trail down, the one I took up yesterday, and then see from there. But this is just, being by myself. Nobody knows where I am. And I don't know, even if I can get down from here, I don't know if I can get back up. And I don't know, I'm going to go ahead and call it here and start making my way back, or at least back down to the trail Randy and I started in on. I may go further west from there. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm done back in here for now. That's where I came from on this hike. And I climbed down into the floor there, but I just couldn't find, an opportunity out. So I've been in here, upwards of 3 hours now. So this is the way I came up that first yesterday. There's a defined trail going all the way back down to the bottom. This is how I'm going out, at least back down to the main trail. And then we'll see when I get there. This is how I'm going out. That doesn't sound very good, does it? I just got finished climbing down. You see, in the middle of the screen, although we're looking at it from the side, that's the crab's eyes up there. And the crab's eyes are on that top of that big monolith that I was on the other side of. So that's where I've climbed down from to get down here. You get down, I'm almost by the main trail, backward intersects with this. Down here at the bottom, man, it's a good place on a hot day. A nice pool of water here where you could sit on a rock and soak your feet, or if you really felt like it, you could just climb on in there. I'm not going to, but I could definitely see, yeah. Anyway, it's, I've been in here 3 hours. 1 second. Yeah, I've been in here 3 hours. I'm only 3.5 miles. 3.5 miles in 3 hours is all I've done, but you can't make big miles climbing up through cuts and climbing around in the rocks and all that, It's just, you don't put miles down really fast doing that. So, but I'll go ahead and just hike on out from here because it's 11:30 and it's going to take me until, I'm not sure how far I've got to go out of here. Probably a mile and a half. I forget exactly. And going back to camp and fix some lunch, and got some chores to do. Okay, so there off in the distance is the crab's eyes and that monolith. I mean, the backside looks more solid. See, it's really fragmented from the front. I mean, the backside looks more solid, but the trail just winds up here. I've got this on some zoom, so it's a little bit deceptive. It's farther away than it looks. The trail winds up there to the left side of the monolith and kind of goes up in that notch there and goes up to that monolith. It's not really that difficult. The trail that I took to climb up in there, it's one of these cuts. I don't remember which one of those cuts it is that you're seeing there. Not from this point of view. It's, wait a second, I think it's that one right there in the middle of the screen. I think that's the one I climbed up to get up into there and then climb down over here, although it's hard to tell from this angle. I'm at a different angle. But anyway, I'm thinking tomorrow I'm going to come out here again and just keep going into this trail that leads to the west. I mean, even at the point that Randy and I turned off to go to that quartz outcrop was not even 2 miles in, or maybe barely 2 miles in. But the trail just continued on south and west. And I'm looking tomorrow, I'm going to be leaving tomorrow, and I'm looking for a hike for just to do in the morning, put in some good miles. And I'm thinking about just coming back out here and just sticking to that west trail, and just the point where Randy and I turned off, don't turn off. I'm just going to keep going and just see how far back in there I can get. I'm not looking tomorrow to go climbing up in rocks or anything like that. I'm looking for something I can put in a lot of miles. You don't put in a lot of miles climbing around through the rocks up here. Because after that, finish that tomorrow, I'm going to be heading home. But right now I'm heading back to camp. I got firewood to cut up, and and tonight I think I'm going to, or this afternoon I'm going to head over to the Narrows, that place I thought I was at but wasn't yesterday. I'm going to drive down in there and check out the Narrows, I think, this afternoon. See if I can hike back in there. I figure, since I'm still trying to do a little bit of journal work in this, although this has turned out to be pretty much just another thing showing my hikes. This is, hang on just a second. My fire was trying to climb its way out of the fire pit. The sun is setting over there. This is Friday, So it's day 6, the end of day 6. Other than doing Sharon's garden this morning, I haven't done any other hiking. It was hot today, so I just kind of came back here, cut some more firewood, and then cleaned the back of my truck out real good from all the crap that's been collecting in there from all the firewood. And just waited out the heat of the day to start my fire here. I'm going to go and do... In the morning I'm going to break camp. Just as soon as I wake up, I'm going to break camp, put everything in my truck. I want to go over to Sharon's garden again and hike back in there. I want to hike that trail that Ranger Randy and I did, but we turned off at about the 2-mile mark to go look at that granite outcrop. It goes farther back than that, and that's what I want to do. I want to just keep walking that trail back there. I want something tomorrow where I can put down some miles real fast. Plan is to do about 4 miles in and then 4 miles back out. That's 8 miles there. That'll get me over 50 for the week. And then just head on out, head back home. That'll be, I got here Sunday and I'll be leaving on Saturday, so it's pretty much a week with a lot of good hiking in it. So, I may do, I don't know, I was thinking I might do a video up and down Mount Scott tomorrow. Maybe, maybe not, depends on, I don't have a lot of food left, at least not a food I want to eat. So I'm looking forward to getting out of here and getting someplace where I can get something tasty other than just, camp food. I'm getting tired of camp food. So tonight I'm going to go to bed probably a little early. So I'm getting hungry right now, but after eating a week of just, the same camp food, I'm hungry, but I don't want to eat the stuff I've got, But, so I'm going to do about 8 miles in the morning is the plan. And then just head on out. Get something good to eat. And head back home. Start unpacking, do laundry, take a shower. And start working on my videos for this. And I will see you in the morning.